Alrighty, first encounter only, Nexomon Extinction. I'm not allowed to use items battle, not allowed to run. I decided to use the water starter. And in case you're wondering how it went, well, this is how it went. Boom! Right where I want it. See, I lived in attack, okay? Not everyone can say the same. Oh, I lived 2 attacks! Let's keep fighting this thing! We're on a roll! We're dead. So while the catching tutorial is taking place, let me just explain all the rules. First of all, the Nexomon right here does not count, okay? The Nexomon that I encounter after the tutorial is the one that counts. Like I said, not allowed to run, not allowed to use items, because I have it set where it's just not allowed. Alright, so who I would like for my first encounter to be... I'll go and send you to storage, because we're not going to use you. I would like anything other than a normal Nexomon, like a normal typing Nexomon. So let's see what our first encounter is. The only one we're allowed to use in battle. Woozy, okay. Alrighty, here we go. Our first and only encounter that we're allowed to catch. Alright, Woozy, welcome to the freaking team. With Woozy as our first encounter, it is time for our first battle, and well, the first battle, turns out I was under-leveled for it, but anyways, this was my attempt at it. I took a few moments to think about what I was going to do. I decided just to hit him hard, and I managed to actually take out the first Nexomon. Unfortunately, I had nowhere near enough stamina to really do anything else against the second one. As before I could even get a chance to attack it, I was KO'd. Then after I was KO'd, I made a horrifying discovery and realized, oh, they don't fully restore your health and stamina if you get KO'd. So this one went the same way. So I finally got enough to get a potion, because I'm not allowed to skip over any trainers. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. And I realized just how weak Woozy really is at the beginning of the game. As you can clearly see here, this doesn't go well for me either. That is 3 deaths. And I haven't even made it out of first place yet. So while training, I died again. And then I got demotivated. Lost my turn. And died again. So finally, after growing just 2 more levels, I decided to try this trainer again, because I was getting tired of getting beat up at the beginning of the game. And here's how the match went. So I hit really hard at the beginning, and luckily enough, my opponent missed. This gave me more than enough health to get it to where she would take Claudie out of the match for a moment and bring in her second Nexomon. Now I used the normal attack first, then it hit me. Wait, this thing's weak to electric, isn't it? So then I started using Pulse Storm and taking down its health a lot faster. Unfortunately, it does a lot of damage, but I eventually do take it out, but with only 6 health left. And then that's when I get the realization, wait, all I gotta do is hit Claudie once, and I use Scratch, get the hit. So I made it to the next city, and then I decided to get in battle this trainer, and at first I was a little scared, because I was like, okay, 2 Nexomon, but on the bright side, I am strong against them. On the downside, Yummo is also strong against me for whatever reason. And yeah, so after I take out Yummo, it's just smooth sailing, because her second Nexomon is just one of the flying ones, and it is weak to me. I am strong to it, so yeah, it doesn't stand much of a chance. But the pain's only just beginning. And the next trainer we got faces this one right over here in front of the person that heals us. And honestly, he didn't really have much for me to worry about. All he had were 2 normal type Nexomon, and honestly in this game the normal types aren't really that good. I don't even think they're strong against any other typing. But yeah, luckily nothing bad happens to me in this matchup. Like I said, he wasn't really too much to worry about, just a complete pushover, but he does get tough later on, but not right now. And they're 1 HP, I forgot that happened, and that ends the round. Then our next opponent is this one right here, and honestly, I got really lucky, because I had a lot of my health left over after taking out the first Nexomon. And yeah, it was just a lot of luck for me, because I puzzled this opponent pretty early on, and yep, lost her turn. I made it to her second Nexomon with the majority of my health still there. Now, if this thing was evolved, I would have been a lot more scared, but it's just this one. It ain't really much to worry about. Do more damage than he does. I'm also level 10, and yeah, it's just the end of the matchup. But our last opponent of this area, well, it went the same as the other two did. I did accidentally encounter a Nexomon right before her, and it was enough to level me up. But I don't think that one level really mattered when you see just how bad I beat her. So, yep, that Nexomon's gone, and all that's left is this one who was on my team in my normal playthrough, but I replaced him when I encountered my first Cosmic Nexomon, so yeah, just wrong place, wrong time. And one more attack and that one's out, and we're gonna move on to the next area. And then our next opponent is actually part of the group that we're going against in this game, and I make a terrifying discovery. 3 Nexomon on a single team, and yeah, that bar gets full, believe it or not, so I potentially have to defeat 6 Nexomon with my only spark. Whew, this is gonna be tough in the late game. It really is. Anyways, this is how this attempt went. For whatever reason, he just kept changing in and out of battle, so it was just giving me free hits, really. And as you can see here, I am getting a little low on my stamina, but it doesn't really matter because, boom, I still have one more hit, and I know it's going to take more than that to take him out, so I'm going to go ahead and rest up, being he can't really hurt me that much, being we're the same typing. He misses his attack, and I rest up again, and now it's just time to win. Not very effective, and that's a victory. Alrighty, now, ooh, time for the next battle. So our next opponent, unfortunately does not stand the slightest chance at all at beating me because she only has 2 Nexomon and they are both water typing. I took no pleasure in the complete decimation of this matchup. I enjoyed winning, but I did not enjoy completely annihilating 2 Nexomon like it was my job to do so. As you can see, I don't even think I get out of green health in this fight. If I do, it's barely. Yeah, I didn't even get out of green health. Next battle now. And this right here is our next battle. I go ahead and make sure I'm well healed up. Got plenty of stamina, because I don't plan to lose anytime soon, okay? Anyways, time for this battle right here. She's got 2 Nexomon starting out with a fire type, which, doesn't really faze me that much. I'm a little high level right now. And boom, that's 1 Nexomon down. Her next one is this adorable little thing again. Unfortunately, it doesn't stand much of a chance either, and we just take it out pretty quickly. Somehow lives by 2, but Scratch seals the deal. And now it's time for a little bit of pain, I'm not gonna lie. So this right here is our next opponent. He's got 2 Nexomon, okay? The first one's not much of a problem, as you're going to see. No? Not really that much of a problem. He's a water-type Nexomon, and we puzzled him immediately. Just easy. His next Nexomon, however, is my favorite Nexomon Fortal. And I am a electric-type Nexomon with barely any stamina, so you can see how this is going to go bad for me. I need that move 2 more times in order to defeat him. And he needs that move 3 more times to defeat me. The only difference between me and him, he's got plenty of stamina, I do not. So I resort to using Thunder. Although it does enough damage, I'm too slow to take out the Fortal. Meaning we gotta come back and rematch this guy. Alright, time for the salty rum back. I've come back. I honestly didn't do any training because I felt like I could beat him as long as I entered the match full health, full stamina, which is what I done. And here's my second attempt at this man. Oof. Got the moves. Boom, the first Nexomon's down. I haven't even been touched yet. I feel extremely confident going against this Fortal. Even though the type advantage is in his favor, I still feel confident. As we demotivate the Fortal, he loses his turn and add salt to the wound. We end him with an electric attack. Salty rum back, and I got the win. At this point, I decided to do a few side quests, just give me a little bit more preparation before I battle the first boss. And we find this little girl who has just wandered off. She ran away, and we've been in charge with, well, bringing her back. Unfortunately, you battle her, and, well, this is how the battle went. Yes, she has 3 Nexomon. This one, not much of a worry. I'm strong against it. I don't worry at all. But if you look carefully, this is immediately after our battle with the guy that had the portal, so I didn't have time to heal at all. And yeah, on the bright side, I learned pretty quickly that all I have to do is come back full health and full stamina again, and I should win. I should. I say it like that because that move, as you can see right there, has a chance to paralyze me, and if that happens, I'm basically done. I don't know what it is about this game, but if I'm paralyzed, I lose my turn a lot. Like, a uncomfortable amount of time, plus I'm also tired, meaning that's 2 chances I can lose my turn, and it is just downhill for me, as you can see right here. I'm either tired or paralyzed, there's just no in between, and I do eventually lose the first battle. Right now, she's just playing with me. She wants to savor this victory of hers. Salty run back time. Before the second attempt, I decided to equip a few cores. Unfortunately, the only useful one I have right now is the protection core, but I equipped that and the XP core. In our second attempt, this Nexomon lasts about as long as it did in our first attempt, being I'm strong to it. It didn't really last that long at all. And now it's time for one of the 2 problems. And I'm low on stamina a little bit because I accidentally encountered Nexomon in the area before attempting the second attempt. But I did manage to take out the one who was the bigger threat without it doing too much damage. At this point, I knew as long as I didn't get paralyzed, it was only a matter of time before I took the match itself. So I'm just biding my time and hoping I don't get paralyzed. And right now I'm getting extremely lucky. And then he just simply stops going for the move that can cause paralysis. So I just take my win, and yeah, that's that. And now it's time to take on the first boss, Nivalis. And being I'm strong against him, I didn't have a thought in the world other than this is going to be an easy win. Unfortunately, before we get to Nivalis, there is a trainer in the way. And this trainer has a Nexomon I'm weak to. On the bright side, I am a high enough level to do too much damage for this Nexomon to really be that much of a threat. Yeah, this is how much I've had to level up to get past some of the battles so far. And then all that he has left is Discount Appa from The Last Airbender, and well, there we go. This trainer I could have saved till after Nivalis, but I decided to take on this trainer now, just to get a little bit more experience. All this trainer had were 2 electric type Nexomon, and being my Nexomon's also electric typing, this was just an easy battle, really. They could barely do any damage to me, and thanks to my double slash move, I was doing a lot of damage to them. And that's just an easy win. And now it's time for the first boss of the game, the water-type tyrant Nivalis. And he only has half his health, okay? And I'm strong to him. This is how the first attempt went. And yeah, I'm doing okay damage, but I've got a lot less health than he does, so I need to be doing great damage, not okay damage. I'm constantly hoping to get my status effect off on him, but it's just not going in my favor. We get him down to 41 health, and he gets me down to dead. First attempt, that sucked. And while training for the second attempt, my Nexomon got paralyzed. And this is the trip I have to take in order to get unparalyzed if I just so happen to not have any item to heal it. I have to go completely out of my way and take a almost minute-long trip to the nearest healing station. I say almost a full minute because, well, as you can see, I accidentally entered the building again. And yeah, here I am just casually walking all the way back to it. This is the pain I had to go through every time I had to cure paralysis. And it sucked. Now, the second attempt at Navalis I decided to do when I hit level 16, and unfortunately, a miss early on basically sealed my fate. I mean, he missed as well, but I have just too little of health for me to really be able to afford missing in any way, shape, or form. I did hit a critical, but again, it's just... he has so much more health than I do. I cannot miss if I'm going to beat Navalis. Done. And me being stubborn, I decided to immediately retry the battle against Navalis, and at first it looked like it was actually going pretty smoothly. Just 2 hits in a row, and I'm already halfway dead. But he uses a weak move, opening the door a little bit for me to mount a comeback, and I missed. Yeah, that... I'm gonna have to train a little bit more. I'll come back in a few more levels. Eventually, Spark finally hits level 18. At level 18, he goes to learn a move called Power Up, and this raises the attack and defense by 15%. I decide to get rid of Scratch for this, because Scratch is pretty weak and it probably won't really matter. Anyways, now let's try the Navalis boss battle with our new technique here. And this is how that attempt at the Navalis boss battle when I immediately opened up and used the power up, and this time I just decide to hit him hard and hit him often. I go for my heaviest hitting move I got, the double slash, and he's going for some of the moves he's got. Fortunately, I am just way too tough against him, and he keeps using weak moves. He eventually gets demotivated, he loses his turn, and finally, we were able to take out the first freaking boss. What a battle. Holy crap. And with that, that ends that part of our playthrough. Next week, we're going after Mulcimer, who is more likely going to be a lot harder to beat than Navalis, and worst part is, we actually have another battle against Navalis coming up in the next video. But hopefully I'll get through that pretty easily. If you enjoy this video, hit the thumbs up. Also, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll see y'all next week.